Hey, so obviously a lot of us are stuck at home right now, and even though it's obviously the right thing to do, I know that it can be kind of stressful being cooped up. You might feel a bit anxious, a bit stressed, and I think exercise is, the best thing to kind of remedy that. So I put together this follow along footwork exercise that you can just kind of follow along with me as I do it. It's designed to be really, really beginner friendly, even to the point where someone who doesn't play badminton could follow along, So it's not going to be very advanced, but it's still going to be quite effective. It's going to get you moving, and that's going to be good for your kind of physical and mental well-being. But also it's like, since you can't play badminton, you may as well do some footwork practice, since, let's be honest, you've probably been neglecting it. And I always say that footwork is one of the most important aspects of badminton. So yeah, let's get started. Bear in mind, I haven't really planned this. This is kind of impromptu. So it might be a bit rough around the edges. I haven't done this before, but this is an unprecedented time. So I'm doing something that's a little outside of my comfort zone, and I hope you'll follow along, and I hope that you will find this useful. So let's begin. First thing we're going to do is shadow lunges to the forehand front corner. We're going to do 10 reps. So if you don't know how to do that, first you're going to split step. You're just going to kind of widen your base, and then you're going to lunge forwards and recover. So that's 1, split step, lunge, recover. 2, split step, lunge, recover. 3. And you might notice that I'm not wearing shoes, and you might be wondering why that is. And the reason is actually pretty silly, but I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so I don't want to wear shoes indoors. But if you can, I would definitely recommend wearing badminton shoes. It makes doing footwork drills a lot easier. My technique might be a little strange at times, and that's just because I kind of have to adapt. Okay, so that's 10 reps or so. Now we're going to do the backhand front corner, same thing. Split step with your racket leg, lunge and hit. And so if you don't play badminton, your racket leg is basically just your right leg if you're right-handed, and your left leg if you're left-handed. Split step, lunge, recover, split step, lunge, recover, split step, lunge, recover, split step, lunge, recover. And obviously this is all very simple, very basic. It's going to stay simple, but you'll be surprised. This is actually going to be a fairly good workout, and it's going to be pretty taxing. So those are the 2 front corners. Next, we're going to do the rear corners. So first, the forehand rear corner. You're going to split step, jump out and hit, then recover. Split step, jump out and hit, recover. Now, if you have downstairs neighbours, if you live in a flat, you might not want to jump around. Instead, what you can do is split step, step out and hit. So this is another movement pattern that we do in badminton. Split step, reach out and hit. But I'm going to do the jumping version. So 10 reps of that, whichever version you would rather do. And oh yeah, also I don't have a racket. You can definitely use a racket if you want to. It doesn't really make a difference. The only reason I'm not is just because I don't want to hit my ceiling, so I've got quite a low ceiling. So that's the forehand side. And now we're going to do the around the head side, or the backhand side. Again, 2 variations you can do. You can either jump out like this and recover, split step, jump out, recover, or you can actually rotate your legs around. Split step, jump out, recover. So with this, you put your racket leg behind you, you hit, rotate your legs and come back in. So these are kind of just 2 different movement patterns that we'll use in badminton, depending on the situation of the rally. So as you can see, I'm kind of already getting out of breath. Partially that's because my fitness sucks right now, but also this can actually be quite a taxing workout. So those are the front 2 and the rear 2 corners. Now we're going to do the side corners. So very similar to the front. Split step, lunge out, hit, recover. Split step, lunge, recover. Split step, lunge, recover. We're going to do about 10 reps. To be honest, I haven't been counting, so but it doesn't really matter, right? So, okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but on the other side. Now, you might have been taught in badminton to lunge with your racket leg. That's usually correct, but because we're doing a small movement, we're actually going to lunge with our non-racket leg. So split step, lunge with your left, recover. Split step, lunge, recover. Split step, lunge, recover. Split step, lunge, recover. If you're doing it barefoot like I am, you want to take care to be light on your feet, because normally the shoes will kind of cushion you, but you don't have that, so you just want to be a bit more careful. Okay, so those are the 6 basic movements. That was kind of a warm-up of sorts. Now we're going to combine them into a few routines, and this is where the intensity is going to kind of go up. First drill, we're going to do 60 seconds on, 30 seconds off, and we're just going to do all the corners in a clockwise direction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to begin now. Split step, 1, split step, 2, split step, 3, split step, 4, split step, 5, split step, 6. Okay? And we're just going to keep going around for 1 minute now. And obviously be careful. I kind of ran into my sofa there. Just make sure you have a nice open area, you don't run into anything. But the real beauty of footwork is that you can do it anywhere. You just do it in your own house, right? And you just need maybe a space of like 2 meters by 2 meters, and that's it. You don't need anything else. You don't need to leave the house. You don't need a partner to feed you. It's just very simple, and you can do it anywhere. And you might be also wondering that since I'm doing it in such a small area, that's a bit strange because obviously a badminton court is a lot bigger. And I'll address that in just a bit, but 10 seconds left on this exercise.
So quick voiceover, doing it on a small court like this is actually a variation of an exercise that a world champion men's singles player called Peter Rasmussen used to do. And the reason that you do this is because it helps you work on the flow between your footwork. So don't think that all footwork exercises have to take place on a full court. It's actually very valuable to do something on a small court. You know, that's especially good for us because most of us don't have the space the size of a badminton court at home. Okay, back to the video.
Okay, this next thing we're going to do, same thing, but just the other way around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you're ready, split step, 1, split step 2, split step 3, split step 4, step 5, split step 6. So you definitely don't want to be doing this at maximum intensity. You want to be kind of going at maybe 60 to 80%. So you can keep it nice and steady, but you should still be kind of raising your heart rate. You should still be breathing heavily like I am here. And like I said, partially that's because I'm out of shape, but also this is actually more challenging than it looks. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, and rest. Like I was saying, this is really good because exercise has been shown to improve your physical well-being and also your mental health. So at a time like this where a lot of people are stressed, a lot of people are anxious, and being cooped up at home, even though it's the right thing to do, kind of makes that worse. So having an exercise routine, whether you do this or something else, it's really just going to help you physically and mentally. Okay, so this next exercise we're going to do, we're going to isolate 2 corners. So we're going to do forehand rear corner to backhand front corner. Again, 60 seconds work, 30 seconds rest. Ready, go. Again, if you're doing this barefoot, your technique might not be perfect. I can feel that mine certainly is not, but you just kind of want to make sure the basics are there and that you have a decent intensity. So the reason footwork is so important in badminton is, can be summed up by the phrase, if you can't get to the shuttle, then it doesn't matter how well you can hit the shuttle, right? And I think we all know that footwork's important, but let's be honest, it's less exciting than just playing games. So a lot of us kind of neglect it, and we'd rather play games instead. So while you're kind of stuck at home, you can't actually play badminton, this is a good time to brush up on the footwork that you haven't been, you've kind of been neglecting, right? Okay, I've kind of lost track of time, but I think we've got 10 seconds left. Like I said, this is new to me as well, but we're just gonna have some fun. Hopefully you can follow along and get something out of this. Okay, and rest there. So the next thing we're gonna do is the same thing, but on the opposite sides. Backhand rear corner, forehand front corner. And this might be a simple exercise, but don't underestimate how effective it is. This is a routine that even top professionals actually use regularly because it builds up stamina, it builds up technique, and it builds up being able to push off and flow each movement into the next, which is something that all the top players are really great at, and something that a lot of amateur players actually, if they worked on it, they could actually see big improvements in their badminton. So, ready? And go. If your hair gets in the way, just brush it aside. I know for me, my hair is a mess. Can't get it cut. Don't know how to cut it myself. Kind of tempted to just give myself a buzz cut, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to live the Buddhist monk life just yet. So I hope you're following on at home. I hope you're enjoying this workout, and leave a comment on, I don't know, just leave a comment. Tell me if you enjoyed it. If it sucks, I don't know, I'm kind of awkward, don't really know how to fill in the blanks, but yeah. Okay, 5 seconds left. And rest there. Great, well done. So hopefully your heart rate is elevated, and hopefully it feels good to just get moving. You know, I've kind of been stuck just hunched over my computer desk, and just, you know, even though I'm unfit, even though I'm wearing socks and doing shadow exercises, it feels good to just get the blood pumping, start breathing heavily, sweat pouring, and it's just nice to get a bit of a workout in. Okay, next exercise, we're going to do the 2 front corners and the 2 middle corners, but you can do them in whatever order you want. So we're going to randomize it, but we're going to stick to these 4 corners. And ready, go! So these are the exercises, sorry, the movements that we did at the beginning. We're just chaining them together now, making sure to do a split step in between each one. And if you can, you want to lower your center of gravity as much as possible. I'm cheating a little bit because I'm actually kind of getting blisters from doing this in socks, but if you're not a germaphobe, then you're definitely going to be doing a little better than I am on this one. But here you should really feel kind of the muscles in your quads, that's the front of your legs, getting tired, getting sore, and that's because you're really trying to keep a low center of gravity and just do small movements where you kind of push off using your leg muscles. And you want to be as close to badminton as possible, so think about actually hitting a shot from low below the net when you do this exercise. It's important to move your feet, but also think about moving them correctly if you can. 10 seconds left. Okay, and rest there. Good. So we're going to do one final exercise after this. And again, super simple. I want this to be as kind of accessible as possible. But the 6 corners that we've done in a random order, so you choose. But this time for 2 minutes because this is our final exercise. And we're going to push ourselves a little bit here. Whew. So feel free to just get a bit of a breather. Partially I'm saying that because I need a breather right now. But yeah, try and do this maybe once a day if you can. Once every 2 days. I mean, just whenever you feel like it, come back to this video and follow along. I really hope this is something that helps your physical fitness, your mental fitness, like I said, while you're stuck at home. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Okay, we're gonna go into the last exercise now. And we're gonna do it for 2 minutes. Ready, go. So, any corner you like. And feel free to increase the intensity a little bit if you like. Again, don't go so hard that kind of you just become a jumbled up mess. You still want some level of technique intact. But feel free to just do whatever movements you like, whatever kind of feels good. You can do the same corner twice if you like. So just return to the middle, go back. Okay, 30 seconds down. Remember, we're doing this for 2 minutes. using backhands as well. We haven't been doing that, but why not? Okay, I'm halfway through. Okay, and 30 seconds left. And 10 seconds. And rest. Whew, well done. Give yourself a round of applause, or don't, because that's kind of cheesy. And yeah, that's the end of the workout. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully kind of you feel good after doing that. And I guess I'll just finish off by saying that obviously badminton isn't the highest priority right now. Of course, make sure you take care of your health, your well-being. But if you're able to and you're stuck at home, you know, why not do something that lifts your spirits and keeps you healthy? And plus, it has the added bonus of, because footwork is so important, when the clubs do open and when this pandemic is over, it's nice that if you're able to kind of stay in shape and not lose all your badminton skills when you start playing games again. Because I know for me, if I go just kind of any period of time without playing badminton, next time I play, I literally cannot hit the shuttle. And that's not a figure of speech. There are some outtakes from when I broke my ankle and I couldn't play for ages. And I tried hitting a shuttle and it was so embarrassing. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. And leave a comment. I don't really know how to end videos. Normally I script them, so I just follow the script. When I'm ad-libbing, this is what happens. So I'll see you later.